saying he's an okay manager. I think that's a bit of a disrespect, but
Bro,
I think he's a good manager.
At the moment, Brendan Rodgers is a good manager. He's beaten Tuchel with less money. Brendan Rodgers is on the way to becoming a great. Okay.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz and Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy, The Truth, with me. How are you doing, sir?
I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Certain man, them got a bit quiet today. I'm saying, why are people talking before any trophies have been won? I didn't know that was a new thing. People are talking before trophies are won. Win your trophies, then talk, man. But you know, to each their own, fam.
Boy, shots fired already. We haven't even started. I haven't even done an introduction, and it's already started, people. Yeah, but it's a FA Cup review, and we're going to be doing our top England picks, our England squad for the Euros, which is coming up in a few weeks. Gareth Southgate's announcement is due on the 24th of May. So we thought we'd get out there, let you lot see what we think and allow you to make your comments as well. But before we start, as usual, make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. Get them likes up, get them subscriptions up and all that good stuff. And don't forget to share it. Share, people. Let's get this going around. And also don't forget to join our social media pages. Links will be in the description. We may have a couple more of the man them jump on at some point. Don't know where they are right now. I don't think we're going to get cooking with Rash on today after what took place earlier on, but you never know, he could make an appearance, but we will keep carry on.
I heard he's at home making his banner, Tuchel out. He just wrote Tuchel at the moment. Apparently he's waiting for the Champions League final, so you know these Chelsea fans in the Chelsea culture.
Oh dear, people, if you didn't know, FA Cup final took place today. Fantastic result for Leicester City, winning the FA Cup for the first time with a 1-0 victory, a absolute screamer from Yuri Tielemans. It was a bitty game. There wasn't much in it. Everyone huffed and puffed, but what a goal to win a trophy, as we saw. Truth, for you, as I said, it was a bitty game. It was one of them games where no one really took the game by the scruff of the neck and said, all right, cool, I'm going to go out and win this. But from a Leicester City point of view, how satisfying is winning the FA Cup going to be considered they never won it before?
Look, for me, I've been one of Brendan Rodgers' biggest detractors. And Leicester, I've always thought they're on the cusp of being, you know, up there, of the cusp of being top 6. This trophy for them, if they can keep the squad together and start building, I think they can solidify themselves as a top 6, because they do. Everyone forgets they do have a rich owner who's been pumping in money ever since he come. Well, I know it's his family now because he passed away tragically a few years ago. Yeah, so it's his family now. But they've still been pumping in money, and you've seen where they've come from. We're talking about a team now who has won the league, who have now won the FA Cup domestically, outside the traditional Big 6. That's as good as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
No, not even outside the Big 6. Within the Big 6.
Yeah,
that's as good as it gets.
I mean, because we
haven't won the league in.
You haven't won the league in however long. We
16,
haven't won the league in. What is it? We haven't won the league in 8 years now.
8 years.
What's it name? Spurs have won nothing.
Spurs have won nothing.
So yeah, I mean,
chuck Liverpool in there. Liverpool have won 1 league, 1 Champions League since 2012. Mm-hmm. Leicester, I know it's not Champions League, but it matches that when you think about trophies. There's 2 trophies. Mm-hmm. It shows success. And if they're able to build on that, people are going to be looking across Europe saying, there's something going on right there. And in terms of Rodgers, amazing job. This was it. This was it for me. He needed a trophy. You know, you think about Liverpool and them nearly, missing out.
The Gerrard slip.
Exactly, the slip. You think about when he came back to Leicester, slowly started building last year, missed out on the top 4. So now it puts it to rest. Rodgers, is he a good manager? Yes, he's not going to be a great. I'm not going to call him a great yet because winning an FA Cup doesn't make you a great. But for me, it puts you as a good manager because to me, there's loads of average managers out there, But it puts him as a good manager, able to probably go take over bar Man City, Chelsea, anyone else in the top 6. Apart from those 2 teams, anyone else in the top 6?
And he can't. Liverpool would never have him back either. Let's be honest.
With the squad they have now,
I don't think Liverpool would have him back. Purely based on what's happened, I don't think they could go back to having him. But I 100% agree with the other 3 clubs that are in there. I think United would be too big for him. I think not. Look, don't get me wrong. No, and this is what I'm saying, because that pussyo that's in charge right now shouldn't even be there, because the job's too big for him. I think United would be a bit too big for him, but I could see him. I mean, he's being heavily linked with taking over at Spurs, and I could see him doing that, but I don't think it makes sense at this moment in time.
He said it himself. As far as he's concerned, the project at Leicester right now is better than the one at Spurs.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's not going to move. Leicester are able, especially if they get top 4, none of those players are leaving.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the only way those players leave is like massive money, incentive. So I mean, because people are like, listen, I am fuming because when Tielemans came over at loan for Leicester that season, I said, United, go and buy him.
Oh,
right?
My days.
Go and buy him.
Exactly.
Because he is because the thing is, remember, he was being talked about from when he was at Ajax.
Yeah.
Then he made the wrong choice and went to Monaco. Right? And people were talking about him from then. And I said, United, go and buy him.
Of course.
And look at what he's done for a team like Leicester, whereas we're sitting there with fucking mayonnaise in our centre midfield, bruv. Like, it's ridiculous. And
it's mad.
He's levels.
Yeah.
He's levels. Because the one thing you can say, even that, I said that game was bitty. Leicester didn't really dominate. Chelsea dominated them for the first 35 minutes of that game. Yeah. But Tielemans was the one constant getting on the ball.
Exactly.
Close control. Possession. I just got breaking news come up on my thing that the Cronkies have rejected X first offer.
Yeah.
But and constantly keeping on moving it. Played that pass into Vardy, which he could have done better at. In the second half, kept on rotating and moving the ball. And then obviously he picked it up inside Chelsea's half and then a 35-yard screamer. So, like, then you look at him, then you look at Ndidi. Everyone's looking for that holding midfielder. Again, another person that United should go out and buy, right? Another person, because he breaks up the play. On the ball, he's not the best, but that's not what you want him for.
He's a defense-wise, he's up there with Kante. Obviously, going forward, he's not as good as Kante, but defense-wise, he's everywhere.
Of course, then you're looking at Maddison, if he can stay fit. Another talent. Fofana! Fofana! Oh my days, he was brilliant today.
What a signing.
And he was on a yellow, and he got yellow carded in the first 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So what a signing he is. Johnny Evans, who recently was a Man United reject, even though he only played 25 minutes of the game. Bruv, look, got Sayonchu, another one.
Sayonchu was someone that we were linked with. You know, the season when he moved, we were more than heavy linked with, and look what happened. He's gone.
That's what I'm saying, and bruv, like Leicester did the biggest heist in all time, giving us the fridge on toes.
Remember, they've done this without one of their players of the season, Harvey Barnes, Ricardo Pereira,
who's just coming back from injury. Like, when you look at this Leicester squad and you think about what is expected of them. Like, that squad is easily competing with most teams.
Of course.
That squad
Before the
sorry.
season, I remember having a discussion with somebody. I said outside Man City, I think that Leicester midfield
you said that. Yeah.
Comparable.
Yeah, you said that.
Comparable because on paper, ballers. That three that you mentioned, that core right there, ballers. So yes.
Bro, they've got ballers all over the pitch, and this is what you said. As you said, if they can stay together and make top four, all they're going to do is buy more because they've got money. They're not in the debt. They're not in the debt that the top six are in. Nowhere near it. So when we look at it and think about the project, that project's only going to go as long as they keep those players. They're only going to ascend.
Yeah.
And as I said, they're comfortable. They've won a trophy. If they make Champions League football, what can other teams really say to them?
Exactly.
What can you say to them? What are you going to offer me? Unless obviously Man City comes in and says, well, I can offer you. You know what I mean? But so it's crazy. But in terms of to wrap on with Leicester, in terms of Rodgers, what is it now for him? He's got the trophy. We said that he could probably get one of the top six teams as a manager. But in terms of for Leicester now, it's making that top four. But for next season, what is it that he's going to have to do to elevate this club even more?
Become a European fixture. Become what Atletico Madrid did. You know, become constant in the European. They have to be able to handle now, because Rodgers before in the past hasn't been able to do it. He has to handle European football and the Premier League. This is a challenge for teams like Leicester. We can't do it as well, especially Europa League football. We can't do it. Tottenham have never been able to do it, to totally balance, European football and the Premier League. One always suffers. Rest can Man City, United, Chelsea, they're able to do it. Big enough squads. So going forward, they do have to sign players so they have a bigger squad able to come in. Because remember, I know Iniesta stepped in, but before people were asking the question, if Jamie Vardy gets out, what do they do? And Iniesta luckily has stepped up. Vardy's not getting any younger, so they're going to have to find a very good goal scorer, which, as you said, they got the money to. Rest of the squad is solid.
Yeah.
Rest of the squad is solid. So, yeah, that's the next level. Become a European power. That's what I think his target should be. So no one can say anything. Have a good run in the Champions League if they get in next season. If they're in the Europa League, have a good run. You can't be going out to Slavia Prague.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They can't be. But congratulations to Leicester. Hard-fought victory. And it's good to, like, every now and again, we love to see like one of the teams outside the big six win a domestic trophy, and you can only commend them of what Brendan Rodgers and the squad have done.
I just want to add the FA Cup, guys. This is why the FA Cup, even though I've kind of gone in and out of love of football, the FA Cup still retains that magic when things like this happen, when the underdog comes and wins. Like, this is what the FA Cup has been about for me, It's lost a bit of the glamour, but something like this just reminds people how special the FA Cup is. The oldest cup competition. It means a lot. I saw those Chelsea players. It means a lot.
They were in bits. They were in bits. And that, as I said, like, the FA Cup, yes, you want to win the Premier League. Yes, you want to win the Champions League. But the FA Cup is still a trophy that you want to win. If you're in any cup you want to win, I know obviously the League Cup is just like, I mean, if you get to a last stage, but look at what Pep does. Look at what Jose does. They prioritize these things, and it pushes their teams onto greatness. So we can't keep dismissing these cups as nothing.
Yes.
I know a lot of teams, because Arsenal kept on winning it, but they weren't doing well in the league. They were just like, it doesn't really mean anything. But at the end of the day, you're in football to win trophies. It's the be all and end all. Trophies is what validates your career. And congratulations to Leicester for doing it. And it's absolutely brilliant to see the fans in the stadium.
It's true.
Absolutely brilliant, man. To see the fans in the stadium. It was absolutely crazy. But let's get on to what we want to fucking talk about now, bro. Chelsea.
Tuchel out. He's finished. No, I'm playing. In case these Chelsea fans are going to start killing me. But
they're going to behead you, bruv.
Hey, all I'm saying is, remember the preview? I said if he's not able to get, his 3 targets, Boy. And that's one down, two to go.
One down, two to go. Even though I do expect them to get top four, but if they don't, then the pressure's going to be on. But they huffed and puffed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as I said, they dominated that first 35 minutes in the FA Cup game. But they just, as a Chelsea fan, it must be very frustrating because you dominate the game for large periods of time, get into the final third, and then the end product just isn't there. And again, Timo Werner, he's always in the headlines. Listen, with Werner, he works hard, he gets into the positions, which is what you always want your strikers to do. But Jesus Christ, when this guy gets in front of goal, like, it's looking like a Fernando Torres at the moment.
It is. I don't know if you played FIFA, but I know FIFA back in FIFA 20. Werner, when I put him on Chelsea, he can't finish. He can't finish. When one of my boys were playing as Leipzig, he can't finish. And it seems to be true. That's the one thing FIFA's got right. I don't know why. When he was coming over here, there was loads of fanfare. I didn't really think he would struggle, but it's carried on. Like, you're waiting for him to. You think one goal and then he's gonna get going, but it just hasn't happened. I just don't think he's got the mentality right now. It might change. He's still young. But as of right now, I just don't see him having the mentality to be a assassin in that box, what he should be. As you said, he's a hard worker, but in a game like this, you need a Sergio Aguero. You need a Harry Kane. Those are the guys that win trophies for you. Okay, well, it's not Harry Kane, but but you know what I mean. Like, these are the guys that if they're in a team like Chelsea's right now, those are the guys that win trophies for you.
Oh yeah, and it's mad because you put Harry Kane, you put Sergio Aguero, even an Aguero now in that Chelsea team. You put a Haaland, you put an Mbappe, and they walk away that game comfortably winning. Comfortably winning because the opportunities that I think Werner had 2 chances to get in. If you're joining us, you can hear me. Do your lights from now because obviously we're recording. What's the name? Yeah. Oh shit! What was I saying? Yeah. If they Aguero, Kane, Haaland, you have any of those guys, they win comfortably because they create the chances. Werner, I think, had 2 chances where he got in. He actually took a chance of Aspilicueta.
Aspilicueta,
yeah. He went up for the header, bro. Aspilicueta was ready to head the ball into the back of the net. But agent Timo Werner, bro, took it off him. It's not the first time. Remember when he took the goal off the line?
Exactly. I feel bad for him because I did like him. And I thought, you know what? I'm thinking now, maybe in a Liverpool side, he would just be another Roberto Firmino. Just with his finishing, I just don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I'm just going to put it down to first season. He may be one of the people that get better in the second season. Or he could be another Morata. So
Man said Morata. But nah, I feel like, look, don't get me wrong, Kasper Schmeichel made 2 great saves in that game.
Yeah,
one off Ben Chilwell, the header, and the other one of
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount, bro. Mason, give me a quote, bro. Give me a Mason Mount quote, bro. It's easy there.
Oh shit, I was on mute, bro. Sorry, man.
Yeah, give us a Mason Mount quote.
Mason Mount quote, bro.
Mason Mount is becoming like the Chuck Norris, bro, of football. Hold on, let me try to find some Mason Mount comments that I put on the group. Hold on, blood. 1 second, bro. There's too many of them, bro.
With our Chelsea fans, Mason Mount is the next coming of Jesus Christ.
Bro, I'm telling you, blood. Hold on. Fam, it's such a while back since we were cussing Rash out for bro, literally, if it was a sunny day, bro, on a Sunday, you know what it was? It was Mason Mount's fucking assist Do you know what I mean? It's like every good thing under the planet, everything under the sun, bruv, on this planet was fucking a blessing by Mason Mount, bruv. Hold on.
Mason Mount was there from Adam and Eve days, bruv.
Hold on, man.
It's mad.
Fuck me, bro. But what you saying, what did you think of the final, bruv? It was kind of dead, wasn't it, until the goal, blood?
It was, bitty, We did call it bitty. It was, no one really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. But that's what you're going to get with Leicester. That's their type of football, man. They're going to stifle the game and try to hit you on the counter. Chelsea love to play more on the counter than with the ball. That's the way they set up. So, yeah, it's always going to be that type of game, to be honest.
Right.
If Mason Mount was a Spartan, the movie 300 will be called One.
That was for Rush.
That was for Rush, bro. That was for Rush. Whole time cooking with Rush, bro. But back to normal programming. The thing is, Chelsea didn't even play badly.
Yeah, they did.
Like a couple, like I think they defended well enough. They got into the attacking third quite a few times, but they just couldn't get through the door. And then I think the kick in the teeth was the offside goal, bruv. Now, listen.
Go on, Mr. Referee.
I told you lot from the beginning of the season, the Premier League referees sat all the managers down and said, this is how offside is going to work. So there's no grey area. They all agreed. So it's the one thing where I can't feel sorry for them. Yes, we can argue the whole arm, shoulder thing. Yeah, I agree with you lot there. But I don't care. If his knee's offside, he's offside. You lot all agree to it. You all sat down and agreed to it. I get the shoulder thing. I get the baggy T-shirt thing. I can empathize with you lot there. But on that particular moment, it was his knee that's offside. He's fucking offside.
There we go. There we have it, Mr. Referee.
Yeah, I have to ask you a question on this one, blood, because I got a friend, Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
And he was proper fucking bitter about the handball that led to the what's my man?
Tielemans.
Bro, fuck it, bro. From now on, he's Yuri Djorkaeff, bro. Because you know them ones, bro. That was a throwback, bro. That strike was fucking phenomenal, blood.
Yeah,
that was a rocket. But yeah, bro, what's your thoughts on that, blood?
All right, basically, right. Obviously, the balls come off his thigh and hit his arm.
Yeah.
Now, you're not giving, first things first, you're not giving handball for that. Referee's not blowing the whistle and giving handball for that. Right? I think what Chelsea fans and players can be annoyed about and what happened after. But I don't think they have a case, because after that happens with I think it's Perez, I think it's either Thomas or Castagna that picks up the ball. He takes 2 touches, right? Then passes it into Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans takes 3 or 4 strides and then strikes the ball into the top corner. So for me, he hasn't gained an advantage, right? And it's gone on too long for the referee to say, oh yeah, well, the handball assisted them in getting the goal, because time's gone past for too long. But I can understand why, as Chelsea fans, they would feel a little bit annoyed. But we need to rule out it was never handball. It was never handball.
What do you mean it's never handball?
Like, is in like Perez, like it came off his thigh onto his hand, so we're not blowing a free kick for handball.
Really?
What you can argue is that because it hit his hand, did it help assist Leicester into getting to the goal?
I thought the rule was no matter if it's accidental, if there's a handball in the build-up to a goal, they're going to rule it out. And they've been funny with this rule because they've flip-flopped, they've gone back and forth.
Basically, they changed it. So first it was any handball at any time and it can't. But now it's changed to there's a certain period of time, and if it doesn't, it's now it's a case of if it immediately leads to a goal. So you're looking for anything from 1 second to 5 seconds. Yeah. Anything really after that, you're not going to get. And I think that's where the confusion is. That's why I say they can argue that. But in terms of it being handball, no chance. But they can argue that. But I think, obviously, if these guys watch Ref Watch or Match of the Day, one of the professionals will explain it very badly. But you got it from here first. But, Tooth, your boy Tuchel, bruv.
Tuchel out. Hey, Tuchel, and he's your player, and he's got two as well. You guys got the same start.
Obviously, it's a bitter pill to swallow for him in terms of losing the FA Cup final. I did say to you, would it affect their confidence losing that game to you lot in midweek? And although it might have affected the confidence, it looked like it set them back a bit because they didn't look as invincible as they first looked. But for you, what did Tuchel just not get right in that game?
Bro, you know that's too fucking advanced for me to answer, bro.
But just from you watching the game, what do you think he didn't get right in that game? Now I'll get the truth to explain it from a coaching standpoint.
Bro, honestly, I think with the run of games they had, like with Arsenal and then Real Madrid and then obviously the FA Cup final, fighting for top 4 and
City as well.
Coming up in the Champions League final, they were bound to lose 1-2. Like it would have been a real fucking achievement to win every single game.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to be too hard on him. I'm going to give him his roses, bruv. I think for him to get into 2 finals in the space of 4 months with the struggling Chelsea team that he had, it's a great achievement, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Wait. So hold on. When did Two start talking about the nepotism, this trophy for getting there? When were you that person, fam? Nah, come on.
Hey, listen.
The same energy, bro.
Listen, bruv. The FA Cup ain't worth shit, bruv. Leicester won it. Bruv, boy lifted the fucking trophy, bruv. What's his name? Wes Morgan, bruv. Rep him. Bruv. Bruv, I know as soon as Wes Morgan came on, bruv, TJ had the bashment in the background, the rum and punch. Do you know what I mean, bruv? The jerk chicken went on the fucking grill, bruv. Trust me, bruv.
Don't disrespect my guy, bruv. He's got a Premier League and now an FA Cup medal, bruv. Put some respect on his name.
Hey, listen, you know that season when Leicester won the fucking Premier League, bruv?
Yeah.
Wes Morgan was my captain in my dream team, bruv, when I used to play, fantasy football, bruv?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bruv. Shout out Wes Morgan, bruv.
Of course.
Bruv, we appreciate you, bruv. You get your flowers today as well, man. But yeah, circling back to Tuchel, bruv, I don't think it's a disaster by any means, man. They came up against the Leicester team that was game, especially in the second half, man. And in the first half, they should have taken their chances, man. They had a few chances in the first half, Chelsea. But that's what happened. I mean, it's football at the end of the day. What's his name? The Turkish coach, Fatih Terim, would say, this is the football, bruv. Do you know what I mean? This is the football. So... but hey, going into the Man City game, they look really vulnerable against us. The Newcastle game, do you know what I mean? So,
this guy somehow.
You guys got the best player in the Premier League at the moment, Joe Willock, fam, playing lights out football.
Fam, you got the wrong Joe. You got the wrong Joe.
You got 2 goals yesterday, bro.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. You know what Joe runs Newcastle, bro.
Hey, Tooth. Did you ever think that we be sitting here talking about Joe Linton scoring goals?
I've been saying it from day, bro. I've been saying it.
The joke is yes as well.
You don't respect Joe Linton, bro. The original Joe, bro. OJ, bruv, the original OJ, bruv. Trust me.
Oh man, but,
Hey, but
how did we get to Newcastle?
I don't know, bro.
How did we get to Newcastle?
You know what this poddy really needed, boys? It needed Rash, bruv. I'm telling you. Hey, TJ, I'll blame you for being a perpetrator here.
Who? I didn't do anything. Imagine, I stayed silent. I didn't say a word, bruv.
Let me tell our viewers something, yeah? That they might not know what's going on, yeah? When Chelsea beat Real Madrid, bruv, this group chat was Rash, bruv. I'm telling you. Bruv, Rash cancelled, bro. I'm telling you, Rash cancelled his fucking, Rash cancelled his honeymoon. Rash cancelled his, like, child support payments. Rash cancelled cooking with Rash episodes, bruv. Just to get on this poddy, bruv. TJ just stretched it out. TJ just stretched it out, bruv. Like, you know when you get benefits from Universal Credit and you just try to make it stretch, bruv. TJ just stretched it out until Chelsea flopped, so we knew he wasn't going to get right, bruv. I'm telling you. And being the conspiracy theorist Rash is, yeah? Like, you know them ones where he thinks, like, taking a vaccination will make you grow an extra finger or something, bruv. You know Rash thinks this is a setup, bruv. So, hey, Rash,
man.
if you're listening, bruv, I got you, bro. I got you. You know that's the truth, bro. Hey, you know that's
it's not even the truth, bruv. That's the biggest joke. The biggest joke was we were supposed to jump on, but
we delayed it for ages.
Messed it up. Then I was busy.
Yeah.
And then we should have put him on the preview, but we jumped on late. So he was never going to jump on. So we gave him the chance to jump on today. Bear in mind, I put it out there before Chelsea lost. So I said Chelsea lost, and then
all three of us thought that Chelsea were going to win. So it's not like
so we were always game for him to come on. But yeah, just circle back now because we got another segment to do. But truth, like obviously from a coaching standpoint, where do you think Tuchel got it wrong? What was it?
Yeah, look. Yeah, he hasn't got it wrong. In terms of this, I think to kind of hit the nail on the head. You cannot in football be that consistent. And the thing about Chelsea's football, like even Man City with their football, they're the most consistent because they're on the ball most of the time. Chelsea go between counter-attacking, not having the ball and having the ball. Their formation, the 3-4-3, that's a pragmatic counter-attacking formation generally. So it's not consistent in terms of getting the ball. And as we discussed, they do not have that striker to finish. While they did create chances, it's not like they peppered Leicester's goal. Chelsea playing that formation, what they need to pepper teams. Against us, they didn't. I know they had chances again, but they didn't really pepper the goal. I know they hit the bar twice in the final few minutes when we let them have the ball. But when it's a team going mano a mano and there's stuff on the line, that formation, you have to pepper the goal. You have, and they just didn't. And that's why they had to take the chances. And unfortunately, they've got the lowest conversion rate in the Premier. Imagine that, the lowest conversion rate in the Premier League.
That's mad.
Considering those players.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Considering all the talent.
Yeah, it's mad. So it shows the work that they need to do. I don't think they should get their heads down too much. They did dominate the game. It was the magic of the FA Cup at the end of the day. But 2 losses in a row, 2 1-0s. It's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. As I said, Roman, he's looked down to his right. Frank Lampard's blood is still on that axe. He hasn't cleaned it yet. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to just pick it up and just send out a warning. So Tuchel's going to look up, he's going to see that axe with the blood dripping off it, and he's going to be like, okay, let's go confirm Champions League. Let's go try win the Champions League against City. So yeah, it's still okay. It's one of those days, bad day at the office.
Yeah, 100% bad day at the office. And I mean, I said, I still fully expect them to get top 4. And we'll see what happens in the Champions League. He seems to have Pep Guardiola's number. But what I will say is that you can't say it's a pattern, but what we've seen is that to make it uncomfortable for Chelsea, you have to score first. I think when you score first, you make it uncomfortable. And I know they came back against Man City, but again, as we said, if Aguero scores that penalty, I think that game goes differently. But obviously, you lot did it, scored against them, nothing. Leicester's done it again, scored against them, nothing. And that doesn't discredit the amazing job that he's done since he took over from Fat Frank when Tooth made the call. But I think for Tuchel, as I said on the last poddy, I think even if he doesn't get any of those 3 spots, I don't think he gets sacked. But I think clarifying top 4, which he will make it comfortable for him enough to then go out in that Champions League final. And that Champions League final is a free hit. As far as he's concerned, because I think if you look at it in terms of where they were, you wouldn't have expected them to be there. So FA Cup final, you could have expected them to be there because it's the FA Cup, but Champions League final, you wouldn't have expected them to be there. So it's a bit of a free hit for them. If they lose, it's just like, well, was you really expected to win considering where you were? No, not really, but obviously you want to. But I don't think that's going to affect what happens for him. I think he goes in the summer and then it has a full pre-season, a pre-season, because obviously you've got the Euros and the Olympics coming up. So he has a pre-season and then they go again and see what he can do then. Go on, Truth.
Can I just say though, I'm justified in saying why I hold judgment, because things can go pear-shaped so quickly. As I said, if he doesn't win, I think even top 4, I know Tooth is saying that they weren't supposed to be there, but considering where they are now, if it's just top 4, personally, I consider that a disappointment. Because it isn't a trophy.
Of course you would consider it a disappointment. I just don't think that's going to be enough to make Roman sack him.
No, I don't think, honestly, jokes aside, I don't think he'll get sacked. But I always reserve judgment because things can go pear-shaped so quickly. And then when it does, remember, against PSG, he had those campaigns and it kind of got out of hand where he didn't get the money. He fell out with the upper board. He fell out with some of the players. And this is football, man. I've known it for my whole life. And as of right now, don't give me, you've done a good job in 4 months, especially at Chelsea. We know their track record. You know, how much managers have they sacked after a poor? But Lampard was top of the league in December. He was gone in February. You know, Di Matteo won the Champions League. He was gone in like November or something. Jose Mourinho, the most successful manager, won the league. Boom, out in November. So at Chelsea, don't give me that he's done an amazing job. He's the Messiah. He's everything. He's gonna save football. No. As of right now, you've done a good job. Okay, you're still an okay manager because there's still work left to do.
I think he's a good manager. I don't think he's an okay manager. I think he's a good manager. I think he's a good manager. But
what's he done to be a good manager though?
To try, I mean, if you like, take PSG out, but the job that he done at Dortmund, I think was a good job considering they were going up with the powerhouse that was Bayern Munich. And I think since he's come in at Chelsea, I think he's done a good job to get them from where they were to they were now. Obviously, we see what happens in a full season and then we go from there. But considering a lot of the shit managers that we have, I think you can put him in the good category. Where he transcends into the great is what we see if whether he can go on and win that Champions League and next season go on and win the Premier League as well. That's what we see. But I think saying he's an okay manager, I think that's a bit of a disrespect. But I think he's a good manager.
At the moment, Brendan Rodgers is a good manager. He's beaten Tuchel with less money. Brendan Rodgers is on the way to becoming a great. Okay, so we can look like if Tuchel is a good manager, then Ole is no. That fucking pussy hole, bruv. Like, don't piss me off, bruv. Dude. We know that Ole and Zidane are on the same level. We have to call it. We have to call it like it is.
Oh my God.
Oh man, but
you know what? I can't co-sign the okay statement, bruv. I can't co-sign it, bruv. I think Tuchel's a good manager. Obviously, we know what he done at Dortmund. I think what he done at PSG was very overlooked simply because he was a young coach, manager, whatever you call it, with a bunch of very young superstars at his disposal, where no matter what he done, they were always going to have the sort of final say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
PSG is the sort of club where they need to pamper the egos of their players. So he managed to get them to a final, something that no other PSG managers managed to do. And he lost against a very respectable Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the same goes with if he loses against Man City, he's lost against a very respectable team.
Yeah.
Even with Leicester, you can say, like, you know what, even though they're not necessarily a big team or a top 6 team, they have made a reputation for becoming like a pain in the arse for
of course,
for the big 6.
Yeah. So
look, I'm being harsh because I've had Rash on our case, so I'm allowed to chuck some stuff back. Yes, I'm allowed to be harsh. If this guy's calling, him the Messiah, like he's God in disguise, I'm allowed to bring him back down to earth by calling him okay, mate.
The thing is, Rash went from one extreme to the other, because I remember when Frank Lampard got sacked, Rash was just pissed, bro. He was like, "Oh, he should have been given more time. Oh, he's a club legend and all this shit." Yeah. But I know that's gonna get censored out to you. I saw the look on TJ's face as soon as I said that, bro. He just gave me the death stare, like, bro. Just made my life so much more difficult. I have to go in post-production and edit this out. But yeah. But then I think Tuchel won him over. And now he's just like all on board the bandwagon. Do you know what I mean? So he went from one extreme to the other extreme. But I don't think he's an okay manager. I think he's a very good manager. I think somewhere down the line, Bayern is in his future, and the journey team is in his future. So
I'm not going to deny anything you said. Like I'm a realistic. It's my fan side coming out, my hooligan side. So
listen, at the end of the day, congratulations to Leicester, commiserations to Chelsea, and as Jay said, if you want to win the FA Cup, play Chelsea in the final. But we are going to move on because we need to. We've got another. People, we weren't even going to do a segment on the FA Cup final because Chelsea were going to win because we lost. They lost. That's why we did this.